Kara Robinson is sleeping over at her friend's house and planning to go to the lake today. She makes a phone call to her mother Deborah Johnson and asks for permission. Kara tells her mother that she and her friend Jess are going to the lake and they will be back at night. She further says that she is also going to meet her father. Jess comes in and tells that her mother allowed her to go to the lake, but they have to water the plants. Jess goes for a shower, while Kara goes into the backyard to water the plants. She is watering the plants in the backyard when a car arrives.
Hi there.
Hi.
Can you just hold on to these for me?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Great. If you scream, I'm gonna shoot you. You gonna come with me?
He makes her get in the car, but stuff her in a box inside the car. She does so. He takes her with him and she starts crying. Jess starts searching for her. She calls Kara's mother to ask if she came here to pick her up. Deborah Johnson calls Ryan, Kara's boyfriend, to ask him if Kara is with him, but she becomes upset as he tells her that she is not with him. On the other side, the kidnapper takes her out of the box and warns her if she makes noise, he will shoot her. He takes her inside a room and removes her handcuffs and tells her rules that if she wants anything she will have to get permission from him. He tells her that she will call him daddy and that if she breaks the rules, he will kill her. He starts writing her information. She says that she is 15 years old and lives in Lexington. He asks her about her family. Kara says that her mother and dad, Ron, are separated. He asks her if she is a virgin or not. She says that she loves Ryan and her mom and dad. After this, he had her lay down and had his way with her. He takes her to the bathroom and watches her shower. Meanwhile, she is thinking of escaping, but she can't. On the other side, her mom calls her dad and tells him that Kara has gone missing. He becomes worried. Deborah calls the police to search for her. The police officer asks Jess many questions and asks her to go home and call them if Kara shows up. Kara is sitting with him on the sofa, and he is telling her about his high school education and his part-time jobs. He was in the Navy and never got a reward. Then he tells her that he will not hurt her. Then he gives her a cigarette to smoke. She is continuously thinking of escaping, but she is scared of being killed. She sees his pets, and he tells her that he loves them all, and is happy with them. He says that his job was so boring. He says that he will let her go when he is done with her. Then he plays a nude movie, and asks her to see it. On the other side, her mom is getting help from another police officer to search for her. After finishing the movie, she goes to the bathroom, but he watches while she pees, and after this, he starts cooking in the kitchen and asks her to sweep the kitchen. While doing this, she starts memorizing everything in the kitchen. He turns around and tells her to undress. Deborah goes to the sheriff, and they are discussing about Kara. Her mother says that she is not an immature child. He asks her to go home and wait for a call. The kidnapper takes Kara to the TV lounge and turns on the TV. He says that there is no breaking news about her because her mom, dad, Ryan, and even Jess don't care about her. He takes her to the bedroom and asks her to sit in the big box-like container and be quiet as he has to make a phone call. She feels difficulty breathing, so she starts screaming that she can't breathe. He comes back and removes the lid of the container. After some time, he comes back and gives her a pill to remove anxiety. He ties her to the bed and puts on handcuffs and says that it's time to sleep now and lays down on the bed beside her. The next morning, when she opens her eyes, the kidnapper is still sleeping. She tries to remove her handcuffs and becomes successful. She moves out of the room and runs out of the house. She comes out on a road and screams to stop a car. Two men are sitting in the car. She requests them to let her sit in the car and tells them that she was kidnapped. They let her in. She reaches the police station and tells the policeman that she was kidnapped and she escaped. The policeman calls the lieutenant. He approaches her and says that he is Lieutenant Roland. She tells him everything that happened and what the kidnapper looks like. She says that he raped her multiple times a day. The lieutenant takes her to his office and asks an officer to collect her information. A lady police officer takes the address of the kidnapper from the two men who picked her up. After this, Lieutenant Roland calls her mother and tells her that her daughter is here. Deborah starts crying and talks to Kara and tells her that she is coming to pick her up. After this, the officer takes Kara to the area where she was kidnapped. They ask her to try to remember that apartment. An old man is standing there. She asks him about a man with a lot of pets and fish. The officer takes her back to the police station. Deborah reaches the police station and meets Kara. On the other side, police reach the apartment and get in. The kidnapper is not in the apartment, but the room is the same as it was. The handcuffs are still on the bed. The officer goes towards Kara and shows her a lot of pictures of some suspected criminals. She recognizes one picture of the kidnapper. The police inspector says that his name is Richard. They ask about details. She says that she had noticed a lot of things about him in his house. She tells her about his doctors on the card she saw on the fridge in the kitchen. She tells them their phone number and also about his job and his retirement from the Navy. The police say that two nurses will come to check her clothes for biological tests. The police go to the apartment of Richard to collect evidence. They find a box there in which clothes are present, and some ladies' shorts are also kept. There are a lot of pieces of newspapers on the missing girls. His diary also indicates a lot of information about many other girls, including Kara. It is also written that he was kidnapping girls and raping them. Kara gets her medical examination at the hospital. Police distribute the posters of Richard as the most wanted in the whole city. Kara's family and friends are also searching for him, but so far no luck. The investigator tells the sheriff and that he is a serial killer who kidnapped a lot of girls of age 15 and 16 and killed them all. Kara's mother takes her out of the police station where she meets her father and starts crying. Jess and Ryan are also here. Kara says that she wants to go home. Deborah takes her home. On their way, Deborah tries to ask her about the details, but Kara says that she doesn't want to talk about this. At her home, a lot of officers are present. They are here to protect Kara from any kind of danger. She says that her life will become normal soon, and she will be able to move independently. Kara goes to sleep. The next morning she gets up and the police are still there. Kara goes into the kitchen and tells her mother that she wants to meet Ryan, but her mother tells her that the horrible man is not yet caught, so she can't go anywhere. Meanwhile, Jess comes in, and Kara takes her to her room, and Jess asks what happened to her. On the other side, Richard's wife comes to the police as they have called for her. The police officer asks her about her husband, but she says that she doesn't know where he is right now. She says that her husband loves her so much, and she also loves him. After she leaves, her husband's sister Stephanie arrives there. The policeman talks to her to get information about him. His mother is also at the police station. Jess leaves, and Kara asks her to pick her up after the game as usual, and then she hugs Jess. Kara asks the officer to let her out, but the officer says that she should not go out. Her attacker is still not caught, so it is not safe for her to go out for some time. He tells that he was a serial killer who killed a lot of girls before, and it was her good luck that brought her back and saved her from being dead. But Kara says luck has nothing to do with it. Police search for him in the hotel in which he is suspected to live, but they can't find him there. They are still collecting the evidence from her case and the other 3 cases. The policeman, Jim Price, comes to meet Kara. She says that he is here to tell her that she should not go out alone, but he says that he just wants to talk to her. He sits beside her. He tells her that the killer has killed 3 girls already, and she should not give him another chance. He says that she is so brave and she did incredibly. She is a survivor and she helped a lot, and it is because of her that police know about the kidnapper's details. He thanks her and leaves. Police come to know that the kidnapper is going to meet his sister in a restaurant. The police are ready to catch him through a trap. On the other side, Kara wants to go out, but her mother is stopping her, so she goes out with Jess. On the other side, the police are all set up to catch him. Kara goes to the game for Ryan's match. When the kidnapper arrives, he sees the police van there and starts running. Police start chasing him. When police surround him from both sides, he shoots himself and dies. The next morning, Kara wakes up and comes out of her room where her mother is making breakfast for her. She tells her that the kidnapper got killed last night. The police sergeant told Kara that he is proud of her, as she is a hero in the way she saved herself. She says that she just wanted justice. Kara goes inside. Kara says that nothing can change what happened to her, but she is happy because she survived.
Okay. It's not because of, I don't know what to do. I just really want to be here for you. I know you do. But you can't change what happened. It happened. I survived. I survived.